Hello, hello. How are you? How are you doing? How are you doing? I hope you're doing amazing because I am doing amazing and I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be speaking to you. In today's video, I want you to ask yourself, do you really know who you are or do you have an idea of who you are? Is your identity really yours or are you just taking on whatever people are telling you are and making it your own? Are you getting me? Yes. So let's dive into that topic today. I'm not even chewing ball gum, but yeah. So this topic has brought so many questions to me because I have been trying to figure out my identity, not what people think I should be, not what people think that I am, but who I think I am. Like who I am, who am I? And it's such a tricky question that needs you to dig deep to know like who you really are. And I would say it all begins with knowing what you like, and do you like it because you like it or because someone else has liked it? Do you not love something because you don't love it or because someone said they don't love it? So the perfect example, I'm going to give you an example with my mom. So for the longest time, actually, we have never had a dog. And she hated dogs so much, till date she does. And so I never got, like, I have never even thought of whether I love a dog or I don't love a dog because we have never had one, so I don't know the experience. But being around the coast and being at the beach quite often, I get to see so many dogs, so many different breeds of dogs. And at some point I was like, maybe I really like dogs. And I never thought about it, but when that came to mind, I started questioning myself because I found that because my mom didn't like dogs, I also thought that I did not like dogs. Because my mom didn't like certain things, I didn't also like those things. So I made my identity based on what she didn't like, and I think I was trying to, like, how do I put it? Because I didn't know what I like, so I internalized the fact that what she doesn't like or what she likes is what I like, or what my friends like is what I like. But everyone has their own individuality, and that is what sets you apart. Like, you have to understand, who are you? Like, what is your identity? Because we don't always have the same wants as everyone else. We don't have the same needs as everyone else. Like, you may like certain things that I may not like. I may like certain things that you may not like, and that is okay because we have two different personalities. We are two different beings, and we are not supposed to be alike. So another example is that I found that, so I now learned how to swim. I remember when I told my mom I had learned how to swim, she was like, I hope you're not going deep. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going deep, I'm just going, like where I can stand, like that is the farthest I can go. Cause hey, I don't mimi sitaki kubeba na maji. Najua nimejua kuswim lakini sitajifanya pro. But that question, like that comment aroused another question in me, and I was like, why is it that she keeps saying that? Okay, she's being protective, but I'm the kind of person that's curious, and I certainly have a way of making sure that my curiosity is fulfilled one way or another, because I like to discover, and it is through trying different things that I am able to understand what kind of a person I am and who I am without all these titles, all these labels that people trying to put on me. And so if you don't know who you are, if you don't know what you like, you'll find that people are going to like you will be internalizing and taking on other people's identities because you don't know yourself. And if you've seen that, like, there is this quote that normally says that if you don't know who you are, then the world is going to tell you who you are. And that is so true, because if at all you don't know who you are, ay majabu, we pepo. Hey, forgive me, but so yeah, like, you have to understand what is it that you like, what you don't like, and then be open to try new things. Usijilimit ati kwa sababu maybe you come from this place, like you've never experienced this and you don't want to experience it because you don't know how it would be like. Kwani what's the bad thing that could happen? So for example, me, I want to try seafood because I don't know if I would love the seafood, but before I say that I don't want it or I don't like it, I make sure to at least try, and then I come up with the results, the feedback that I don't like this and this. And that is where you begin to create your identity. It is all about trying new things, being open, like keeping an open mind, because the moment you're closed off, it's like, this is me. Ni kama venye unaambiwangwa, like mtu akifanya kitu alafu anasema this is how I am, this is how I usually am, like this is me. And I get that it is you, but you can change. You don't have to be that person. If you're a mean person, you don't have to be that mean person. You can be kind, but until you give it a try, until you keep an open mind, until you be open, then you will not know. And so yeah, to know your identity, you have to keep an open mind. You have to want to try different things. You have to want different experiences. You have to like have that curiosity about life, about things that you have not experienced, so that you're able to understand, like, who am I? Like, even in life you meet so many different people, and the way you interact with this particular person is not the same way you interact with this particular person. And the more you interact with different people from different professions, different backgrounds, you get an understanding of how, like, you're able to interact, and also through them you're also able to learn something about yourself. Because if you're keen enough, is that you're always going to learn from someone, whether they are above you or below you. You're always going to learn something, but you have to keep an open mind. That is what is so important. So I want to give you an assignment. Try and look at your life and look at yourself in general, and ask yourself, is who you say you are really who you are, or is it what other people have told you? Because if you don't know who you are, you're going to believe what everyone else tells you about you. If you know you're beautiful, but someone tells you you're ugly, are you going to believe that you're ugly? No, you're not. That is so ridiculous. You're not going to believe that. So it is the same way when someone tells you, like,